Bom dia. Tudo bem? Olá. Thank you, Exodus, for having me here, and thank you this morning to get up that early. Do you know what's properly fantastic? Something that not only made me quit my job, but made me change my entire life. And that's a credit card. So money was the reason I changed my job and I totally changed my entire life. No, it was actually more to do with the weight of the credit card. But what is 5 grams that equals a credit card? What is 5 grams a reason to quit a job? Microplastic. Do you know what's properly fantastic? Ingesting 5 grams per week of microplastic. Ouch.
Hello, yes you, hello human. I am the microplastic font. I can speak now. You created me indirectly by producing so much plastic. You made products that break down to me, microplastic, and I stay forever. Therefore, the trash traveler decided to give me the possibility to express myself. I can now write and remind you to take care of your planet. I am already in your drinking water, in your food, and I even made it into the human placenta. Seriously, how far shall I go? Please refuse plastic as much as possible. Otherwise, I will overtake your world, your wildlife, and hence you. You won't get rid of me. Take care. Sincerely, Microplastic.
Thank you, Microplastic, for educating us. One credit card at a time, every week. That's what researchers suggest in average. What can we do to change that reality? That's what I'm here for today. I'm trying to raise awareness, and I try to inspire you to act and break free from plastics, single-use plastics, as much as possible. Not only to save us and the microplastic in our bodies, but also to save the planet, because microplastic is in every little place nowadays, and that's very shocking. I'm Andreas, I'm the trash traveler. I'm actually a molecular biologist from Germany, and I came to Portugal 5 years ago to start a PhD, but then I decided, okay, I need to do something else. I love this beautiful country with beautiful nature, and other photographers can show you much better nature pictures than me, so I just focus on some trash. And yeah, I enjoyed all the free time with my surfboard in the waves, and enjoyed the beautiful coastline. But this happened, and let's start with a little song. E uma praia portuguesa, com certeza uma praia portuguesa. Eu limpo a praia portuguesa, com certeza limpo a praia portuguesa. Há tanto plástico no mar, com certeza, e a portuguesa gosta de peixe à mesa. O peixe come plástico, com certeza acabará na sua mesa. Obrigado, sim. It will end up on your plate, on your table. Quite sad, actually. Just to highlight here, I'm here in Portugal because I love the country and I fell in love with this beautiful people in here and the beautiful landscape. I'm not here as a German to come here to finger point. You're doing it much worse than anywhere else. No, plastic pollution is a worldwide, global issue. Even in Germany, I can do the same thing, but I want to be here. So I quit my job. I said there's no fulfillment anymore to sit in a laboratory or in an office. I want to do something. I wanted to start acting. And yeah, I jumped into my little camper van you're seeing here, and my journey started. I didn't know actually what I wanted to do. I just knew I want to start acting. So I jumped into here and I traveled 160 days in a row. up and down the coast of Portugal, and every day without a break day, picked up some plastics and created a little video and some songs that you're gonna hear more and you heard already. Some weird, funny songs and some weird, funny videos to open eyes with creative, different approaches to inspire others to join. For example, this little stop motion video, I met this elephant at the beach in Praia da Ursa, found him, and then we went on a beach safari. It was beautiful with some shells. That's how it should be. But oh, what is this? Plastic? Oh, even more plastic. That's not nice. The beach is totally plastified and it's not my trash, but it's my world. So I'm going on a journey to try to save the planet. That's what I did without a break, and I was like really addictively going along the coast and tried to raise awareness and put everything on social media and on Instagram, try to inspire people. And I managed to reach some people, but I was not really happy with that because on Instagram we're always caught in this hashtag bubble, and I wanted to reach people to change, to start opening their eyes, and that other people are joining my journey and trying to realize the sad state of our oceans and on our beaches. And I always just like met people who were already aware of the issue. So what can we do to do something different? We need to do something crazy, something extraordinary to open eyes of people. So I woke up and called my mom and I said, Mom, I'm not coming back to Germany. I actually continue my journey in Portugal, and I'm gonna walk the entire coast of Portugal in 2 months without a break day on sand, 1,152 kilometers from Rio Minho in the north, all the coast down to Sagres and all the Algarve until Villarreal Sant Antonio. I do that all like as close as possible to the ocean because I love the ocean and I wanted to show plastic pollution over there. And I made it all like picking up plastic every day and walking into remote beaches. That was the cause, basically, to go to places where people rarely go. And this is between Praia da Mira and Praia da Tocha. Those pictures where you think like, okay, that's Asia, that's Africa. No, that's actually here in Portugal. It looks exactly like that. And that's not only one example, we have several examples. And that is summer, where actually people and municipalities are cleaning the beaches. In winter, this is even much worse. And I was walking there, and this was the saddest day in my entire journey. It was an up and down. And I met a little stranded dead whale and over there, and just a few meters further, a stranded dead dolphin. To connect the things, researchers have found a lot of plastic in several stranded mammals, fish, birds. It's endless. So plastic pollution is here, and it's very serious. And it shouldn't be a journey of myself, a one-man show, because that is what I did like the 160 days before. No, actually I wanted to start raising awareness with the community. And it's interesting, like the whole coast of Portugal is covered with environmentalists, with NGOs that care for the planet. And that's what I wanted to create, a network of people who care, of people coming together and raising awareness all together, because that's what we need to do. We need to unite and connect and amplify our messages and help each other to help saving this planet. So in the end, more than 80 NGOs and initiatives joined, and it was in COVID time, the first 2020 COVID summer, basically, and even though it was COVID with social distances, 550 people came to the beach and helped raising awareness about plastic pollution. Together we are stronger. We picked up 1.6 tons of plastic. Is that a lot? No, yeah. Who knows? No, it's not really a lot. So I walked the coast of Portugal to pick up 1.6 tons of plastic, but it's not a lot, and I didn't really clean. It's not about It's not about cleaning. We got to stop the plastic's motion into the ocean. It's not about cleaning. Please refuse to single-use for the sake of the ocean, yeah. As recycling is not efficient and the world has permission to send all the crappy plastic around the world. That's what we do with our own trash. Recycling is unfortunately not efficient and not a solution. 14% of plastic is recycled worldwide. It's an incredible tiny amount. So recycling is important. Please do that. But please don't listen to the big companies to say like, okay, it's recycled, so I can just consume. No, please, recycling is important, but it's not the solution. That's what we have to understand. Like from 2 million tons of plastic in 1950 to 500, 600 million tons of plastic that's produced nowadays. It's an incredible amount of plastic that we are producing. And it's expected to just increase, and we should decrease it, actually. We don't have any idea how to handle our own trash. We rather send it around the world to poorer countries, leaving them with our impact, actually. So what we put into our bins in here in Europe, we impact some other cultures somewhere around the world. That's very important to understand, because it's not about cleaning, it's not about people littering. We have some of them, sure, it happens, but the vast amount of plastic in the ocean, it comes from mishandled trash and from the amount of trash. So what can we do? That's my water bottle. I hiked 1,152 kilometers, picking up plastic, completely remote beaches, super hot, hiking and super hot days. It's on sand, it's not a good combination. But I hiked it all with just one refillable water bottle. It's so easy to make a step further and try to refuse single-use. Single-use plastics, that's like a huge, huge problem and a huge amount what we find at the beach. So what can we do? We can try to refuse plastic. We can try to make changes, little changes by ourselves, try to get to know our trash bin a little bit. I challenge you all, like after a week of consuming, check your trash bin and try to think, what can I do to reduce the amount of trash I produce? Because that is what saving the world is. There's many more examples. I always have my bag. I never use a plastic bag. And the funniest thing is actually, where's my, here. Oh no, it went down. The funniest thing is like a banana, just as an example, no? Like nature is beautiful. It invented actually a skin and, a skin and the banana is clean. And I see so many people putting bananas and oranges and anything into plastic bag, and it's so easy to prevent that. And we can try to do this in the supermarkets, anywhere else. We can try to make changes. If you scan this QR code, you lead to my Linktree, where you can see like a list of things what we can do. Try to like think, to educate, try to make changes by yourself, try to speak to others and try to spread the message. So I'm not talking about these because I just have a few minutes left. So that's something for later if you want to see what we can do as individuals. But then, yeah, plastic is also hidden. What do you think is the most littered plastic item around the world? Do we have any suggestions? Bags, plastic bags, okay. No, it's not. Q-tips, okay. It's not, okay. Yeah, that's also something. Okay, for that we need to sing a song, I think. Beatas, beatas, beatas nação. Beatas, beatas, oh que confusão. Beatas, beatas, beatas nação. Vá para o mar e os peixes engolem ou não. Wait, before we're clapping, let's sing together, okay? Beatas, beatas, beatas nasal, beatas, beatas, kikkonfusal. Do we get that? Okay, 1, 2. Beatas, beatas, beatas nasal, beatas, beatas, kikkonfusal. Oh, beatas, beatas, beatas nasal, beatas, beatas. Beautiful, yeah. I have one little cigarette butt in here. I just picked it up in front, so you find them in todo lado, everywhere. And yeah, a cigarette butt is not biodegradable. It's cellulose acetate, so please be able to think about if you really throw it away, because it'll end up in fish and in the end on your plate. Oh, it's amazing how it will accumulate. Wow, it's amazing how it will accumulate. One little act, that's one, and it accumulates to many. It's hidden plastic pollution, that's the main cause. It's not about picking up cigarette butts, I don't care about that. It's about plastic is hidden in products, in many different products. With cigarette butts, it's very easy. You can just carry a little pocket ashtray. These are mine, but you can reuse and repurpose like an old chewing gum box. For example, put your little cigarette butts in there and you can carry it to the next trash bin. It's amazing how it will accumulate, no? That's what I wanted to show. Like our little acts have an impact and we sometimes don't even know. Plastic pollution, this is just plastic. If I throw any other plastic piece, you would recognize as plastic and you would think, hey, you threw a bottle to the ground, that's not okay. But a cigarette butt, it's okay. It's exactly the same and it contains toxins that harm our ecosystems. So I wanted to raise awareness with something crazy again. So I asked almost entire Portugal to pick up cigarette butts with me in 2 months. Is it possible to do a world record and to pick up 1 million cigarette butts in 2 months? Yes, it was possible with amazing people, with the help of NGOs, of initiatives, of environmentalists, and of just like people from the general public that started to act and started to raise awareness about this issue. It was a fun project. I got addicted to cigarette butts, and even in, yeah, in a very different way. Even in Madeira and Azores, people were texting me and said like, hey Andy, can I pick up cigarette butts there and send it to you? And it's like, please, yes. I'm the only guy who is happy to actually receive trash, especially cigarette butts. So everybody was sending it over, and in the end we picked up 1.1 million cigarette butts in 2 months with 600 people. And that is just a drop. It's not a lot. That accounts, only this mountain accounts for 2.5 hours of littering in Portugal. So every 2.5 hours in Portugal, this mountain is thrown to the ground. Does a tiny cigarette butt has no impact? It has. And now we went like all around Portugal. That's Leiria, that's Sines here in Nazaré. And we made amazing butt art pieces, and I'm addicted to that, and I'm still doing it for festivals and for events. It's beautiful because then like there's a Batupus made of 500,000 cigarette butts, like, and people with on a viewpoint usually enjoying the beautiful ocean view are actually stalked by a little Batupus telling a message. But that was just to open eyes that our little acts matter. Sorry, is that the... I do have more 10 minutes, no? Yeah, okay, I hope so, because there's 2. Okay, so... so our little acts have an impact, and that is basically what I wanted to show with this project. Not about cigarette butts. I don't want you to reduce me on cigarette butts, but a very important thing that we should never think that we are too small to leave an impact. We do, in the good and in the bad. Sometimes we don't know that we do something bad. So we all should talk, explain, educate, That's the key. To understand something and then to also start acting. Because here a lot of people came together and we created a movement. We created an impact. We opened eyes and it went to national TV and to national newspapers to shock people. It was beautiful. People were actually looking, standing here in front of these, and I was for hours just watching people's reaction on that. And that was opening their eyes and it's like, oh, yeah, damn it, I was actually taking part of that. We are never too small to leave an impact. I'm just a biologist trying to raise awareness, and suddenly I'd never expected that people are coming to those journeys and helping, and we are having fun and trying to open eyes. So please never think you're too small. Start to act. You can act as individuals, you can act in your company, you can act on any level. Action is not defined in what you really do. No, action is just like start to do something and try to talk, educate yourself. And whatever you do, if you love to travel, and I think you all love to travel, that's why you're here, try to raise awareness sometimes about something out of your bubble. Try to make people aware. Just sometimes do that, and I think we're getting very far with that. Just please have a cause in what you're doing, because it's unfortunately the state of our planet is too far, too dangerous that we're not starting to act. So just continue your lives, but do it with a cause. That's what I would like to inspire you. So that was the butt hike, and to end, I do have a song for that, for sure. I went on a butt hike to make you realize where the oceans start. I went on a butt hike to make you realize putting things on the ground is actually not so smart. I went on a butt hike to make you realize our acts matter, we can all do our part. Our acts matter, we can all do our part. Our acts matter, we can all do our parts. Our acts matter. We can all do our parts, and we need to refuse plastic as much as possible. Consumption is the problem. I told that already. Consuming, our consumer behaviors, marketing that pushes us to consume and consume and consume. What can we do to break all this on the individual level, but also on a systemic level? As an example, I wanted to go on a bicycle ride around Portugal. What do we need? A bike, no? And what do we need for that? Do we need a new bike? That is what saving the world is. Try to reuse and repurpose things to build something new. Don't always think like, oh, okay, going to the store, it's the first solution. It is a solution if you really need something, that's all right, but I would like to inspire you to try to repurpose everything and repair things, because we need to give value to something old. And that was my bicycle, beginning of the year. That's Rosa in a very naked state. It's even a Portuguese frame, Confecil. I don't even know if they're existing still. Rusty, so I came with my toothbrush and tried to get rid of some rust. And then with an association in Lisbon, we basically took old bike parts from roughly 14 old broken bikes to put together Rosa and a functioning bike. And to prove basically that we can do with trash whatever we want, I went around Portugal, from Cascais to Sagres to Villarreal Santo Antonio, Nacional 2, and even because I wanted to prove it goes further, I went up to Serra da Estrela with this old bike, up to Chaves, up to Camilla, and down again to Cascais. It's possible with nothing bought new. I had to get like 2 strings for the brakes and for the gears, because that's very important to not have that. So like essential things, yes, but not the vast amount. So it was possible to go around with trash. And On the way, I collected single-use water bottles and cans. Why do they lay on the ground? Do you have an idea? I have here a bottle somewhere, just to give you an example. So what is this bottle? It's a single-use water bottle. I managed that all again with just one refillable water bottle. And we have like a €5 notes in here. So what is the difference? I don't care about this one. Yeah? And I don't throw away the €5. Even if it's on the ground, I bet every of you, if you go for a walk and you see €5 and you don't even care what happened about these €5, you're not going back to the bottle. No, you're going back to the €5 and say like, yeah, cool, I found like €5. Woohoo, let's go for a beer. That is the little example of why I found all these bottles. These bottles in this picture, around Rosa and me, all these bottles just got picked up in a 50-meter stripe. That was the top part of all the cycle around. I was picking every day, and I was trying to cycle and pick up some bottles on the way. No, but these ones were just like in 50 meters picked up, and that's the shocking reality, basically. All those bottles in nature break down. They break down to microplastic, they enter the soil and somehow enter our food chain. So we need to give value to our trash. We need to give value to bottles. We need to give value to every product we produce. We need to have the responsibility of closing a loop, of actually take this on and say like, okay, if I produce something, I actually also have to take care what happens with my trash. And that's what it was the purpose actually this year. I partnered up with a lot of NGOs again, and with a lot of people like to raise awareness again. 800 people came into this journey, and we went even into schools this year to inspire the kids also to take action. And this was the final, basically, in Belay, in front of Belay. And we were asking people for signatures for a petition for a deposit system for bottles. In the end, we need a deposit system for every product. That would be an ideal world, a real circular economy. And if you want to scan the QR code, there's also a link to the petition, not only to the what can I do section, but also to the petition. If you want to sign the petition, we're gonna deliver it roughly end of the year or in the beginning of next year to the government. And I'm just helping Portuguese NGOs to accomplish this field, to give something old value. This was my cause this year, and all to say we need to give trash value, all to inspire you. Please reuse something, please repair something. Please don't buy always new, that's not the first step. Please try to spread it to others. It's incredibly amazing to reuse trash, and if you can really say like, oh wow, I did all this and I didn't have to buy new. It's not only cheap, but it also helps saving the planet. Try to start to act. Doesn't matter if it's plastic pollution or anything else. If we leave oil in the ground and like try to focus on sustainable approaches, it's possible, but we need to spread the message even more because it's way too critical. So thank you very much. Start to act, and I hope you enjoyed this little talk, this journey. If you want to collaborate, I'm here, and next year a new adventure with the community is coming up. I'm still cooking a little bit, and I have some documentary movies. I give some workshops. If you want to collaborate, I'm here, and we can always sing a song together to make this all very smooth ending. I thought I'm gonna try an Exodus song. Never played, and maybe I'm totally messing it up, but let's be the Exodus of good, saving the world with good mood. Let's be the Exodus of good, leaving an impact whatever we do. Let's be the Exodus of good, Saving the world with good mood. Saving the world with good mood. Leaving an impact whatever we do. You're never too small to start to act. To help save the planet. Thank you.